Everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a 2-page layout using, I believe, the Teen Spirit collection from Echo Park. I think I got a kit from Not Just for Boys Kit Club that included some, and I think I got a little bit of the collection somewhere else. So I think that is the majority of what I use is that collection. I went ahead and before I started, cut a circle with my Cricut. I wanted it fairly large because I had this layout sketched out already and knew I wanted to kind of cut it and stretch it across the page. I then cut that reddish paper and used that, I think it's the 5 and 7 again, just something I have been doing a lot lately. It just works really nice when you have horizontal or landscape photos. I don't know why I get it mixed up all the time. But that just allows me enough space to map my photos as well. So I did tape that down, and again, just kind of placing this here. Once I did maybe some pictures. I was looking at the pictures, I think, after I did the layout, and I should have measured the circle, how much it came down on the top and how much the bottom. And I don't know if it's different because the circle is not completely cut down the middle. But in the pictures, the right-hand side, they just don't look like they are lined up. And that's okay, because technically, obviously, you can tell that there was no way that circle reached the entire way across the page. So it is what it is. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I probably should have paid a little bit more attention to it while I was creating. I did separate those with a larger, I think it looks like an inch, 3/4 inch or inch strip of that black paper. It's got little hands, I think like the peace sign on it. One, it just helped kind of, I don't like having a seam there for some reason. And two, just helped bring in that black. There is a little bit of it, I believe, in that plaid paper. And so it just kind of helped with that, and then bring in some of the other black embellishments. I did cut out a 4x4 cut apart. I was going to kind of piece together my own title, but then I saw that game on and I thought it was perfect for these Chuck E. Cheese photos, the arcade. There is not one close to us, but I think the pictures are from 2 different times. When we have to go to the children's hospital for my oldest, it's down there, and then the same city, but it's on the way home when we drive from Alabama. So we did go a couple of different times, and so I have multiple photos of that. They always have a great time, and I think I must have been shopping when Chuck E. Cheese actually came out himself. There's a Joann's right next to it, and so you can bet that I usually will check out that Joann's while they start at Chuck E. Cheese. So I don't really remember meeting Chuck E. Cheese, so that must have been while I was shopping. So once I get these all done, I am kind of going to line them up accordingly, and then have one photo kind of on each of the circles or the half circles as well. So you can see how, because I did the 5 and the 7, that I have room and space on the outsides of all of my photos, even though I matted them, that red paper shows through. I've done it so many different times where I will cut things, tape them down, and then put my photos on it, and my photos pretty much cover up the entire paper. And so I'm trying to learn, and I guess I am learning from mistakes, to cut my paper a little bit wider, and then it will show more. So embellishing this one was kind of fun, kind of challenging. I find Echo Park embellishment packs to be a little bit challenging to use. A lot of them have phrases on them, and I personally don't like to add phrase after phrase after phrase. I like just having kind of icons, you know? So I do find it a little bit challenging to embellish with these. Luckily, I do have a sticker sheet. The sticker sheets tend to have more kind of icons on them, so I can combine the two and then kind of go from there. Again, decided to bring in some black, and so I did matte the one photo again here. And you can see I'm gonna kind of play with these tags and with this twine and kind of just have fun, twist the twine a little bit, and then place these down. One thing I wish I would have done, and I probably could go back and fix it, but I did tie off the tag on the far right, whereas the tag on the far left, I'm just going to cut it and kind of let it, I don't know, I think I do end up taping it, so it'll stay, but kind of just let it be off on its own instead of tying a bow or tying a knot. But I had a lot of fun with that. So you can see, yes, I did tape it. The tape, you can kind of see, I probably should have used liquid glue, but it is what it is. Once I get it in the page protector, I don't think it'll be a big deal. So now just lining my photos up here. Again, just kind of trying to figure out where to embellish. I did want to journal a little bit, so I did find just a small journaling spot, that piece of ephemera that I will use on the bottom, and kind of like a Game Boy. Obviously it's an arcade, there's not really a Game Boy, but again, I struggle because there are so many phrases, not enough icons in the ephemera, that I decided to throw that Game Boy in there as well. And I actually covered up the saying on the Game Boy, instead used, I think, maybe a sticker. And so that kind of is my cluster on the bottom. I had that game over sign. It's like a patch almost. That came from that Not Just for Boys Kit Club. But I had the game on, and then I just didn't think I needed a game over. Plus, it was just so large, that I don't know, I just didn't think it looked right on this page. So now that I have that, I don't know, again, just struggling with the embellishing here. So I thought maybe that smile at the top, only because, you know, it's a picture with Chuck E. Cheese. He was so excited. But little spoiler, I do take that off and I don't add that. But what I did find was an acrylic piece that said "So Rad." It's a gray, and that came with that Not Just for Boys Kit Club, I believe. I think I had it over in maybe a different part of my stash, but I decided to back that with the same kind of reddish coralish paper. So what I did is I just cut it, and then I went ahead and I trimmed the excess off after it kind of dried a little bit. So that will be kind of a good main piece for a cluster on the far right here. You can see I still have to trim that. But then I'm also playing with something at the top. That black piece actually has another phrase on it, but I thought if I covered that up with the white piece, it again just is a good layering piece. And so I did end up layering that and adding that at the top, and then just a level up kind of arrow there as well. But I felt like page 1 needed something. But again, phrases and phrases and phrases. So this loading, please wait, I thought was cute, along with that kind of joystick. Really just trying to find icons to help layer with all of the phrases. I just don't want to add multiple phrases in each cluster. So that is kind of what I struggle on, I think, when I use Echo Park a lot. And I think Photoplay is a lot the same too. Unless, again, you have the sticker sheet. So that joystick came off the sticker sheet. What else? I don't know if I use much else off the sticker sheet. I try. Oh, there's these little Pac-Man guys. Oh, and that cassette tape. So, again, just try to find layering pieces. And then I found these little... They're not exactly Pac-Man. I know what Pac-Man are, but they're like pixelated guys. And I just thought it was good to add to the clusters there. And then I found just a little heart sticker or a series of hearts to add under the game on. And then I realized I had 2 of the same sticker sheet. And so that meant I was able to add 2 more of those pixelated guys, one to the top cluster and one to the bottom cluster. And that just kind of helped keep the clusters kind of a little bit more cohesive, keeping kind of the same elements in each cluster. But that is going to finish off this layout. I will see if I can find this collection down below and post it down below if you are interested in it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys.